Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cyber Samurai Saturday here on the Dead Unicorn. My name's Corey, and we're playing Legend of the Five Rings. The Adventure is Sin of Regret. Welcome. I am joined by Matt, Crystal, Tarek, and Howard. They are all playing characters, which they'll probably introduce to you shortly. But before we do that, I'd like to thank my patrons scrolling up in the upper right-hand corner. They help me out monetarily, and because they do that, they get to vote for their favorite character, and that character gets a special bonus, a free, instant success that they can use on any roll. It doesn't come with any frills, though. No opportunity or extra bonus successes. It's just they win. They get it. Okay. Now that that's out of the way. Oh, if you want to do that, let's check the poll. Let us check the poll right now.
Almost forgot about it, huh?
Yeah. So the poll is up. Here it is, and we have a tie.
Oh.
The tie is between Ayumi and Marl. So y'all figure it out.
We'll just fight to the death.
Yes.
Ready? I'll give it to Marl. I just concede it to Marl.
Okay.
All right. Marl gets the.
I think I had it last time. Yeah.
I do think you had it more recently than me, at least.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all great. We've come to the part. It looks like we are having a low frame rate. I'm gonna change a little thing while I do that. In the meantime, go ahead and introduce all of y'all's characters while I fix this little stream problem. Starting with Tarek.
Hello, I'm playing Ayumi, and Ayumi is a natural-born Ronin. She is very, very sneaky. She has a lot of different machinations going on. Actually, she's pretty straightforward when she wants to do something. She's just basically going to do it. She is very close with Bashar, who she met longer ago, further back than any of the other characters, and has been traveling with the longest. Though she still thinks that he is more prone to getting in trouble than anyone else in the group for simply being out of like a fish out of water. He is most likely to be caught unawares for just having existed in Rokugan, which we need to constantly remind him about. As for the rest of the group, I think Ayumi has proven herself to be pretty reliable as far as protecting the group, but has also hidden a lot of what her capabilities are from some of the people in the group. So I think they have some idea that she's not always on the show.
You're taking too long, man.
Yeah, I'll pass it off to Howard. That was the end of it. Okay. Didn't have to do a Emmy Awards on me.
All right, so I'm playing Rikyu, and he's a Shugenja Ronin with, I think it's been hinted at that he was raised by some crazy people, and he has lots of scars on him. And as far as Ayumi goes, he's well aware that of at least one of her capabilities, or at least one of them is the ability to put on makeup.
Fair. Fair.
I'll throw it over to Marl.
Okay. I'm Marl. Diviner from the Ujik Plains, Unicorn Lands.
Wink, wink.
I came searching out for money to help pay off my parents' debt for the farm so that they won't lose it, and joined up with these guys, and right now we're trying to figure out whether the daimyo here at Twin Blessings Village is worth saving or we should try to get rid of him. Okay, Bashar, you're up next.
Right, I play as the Gaijin Ronin character, Bashar Bin Sahir. He comes from across the burning sands from Al Zawira, but he recently had put into his head that he really has to keep the identity under wraps because Gaijin are not necessarily welcome in Rokugan, punishable by death. So he is trying to see if he could work under the daimyo and decided to take the opportunity to duel the daimyo's niece for for a position to show off his skills, and he really finds himself lacking in that department, and he is sorely disappointed with himself. So he's hoping to go under the tutelage of Reiju Daihachi Sensei in order to expand his repertoire when it comes to sword fighting. All right, and let's see. Riku, have you gone?
Yeah, everybody's
We've
gone.
all gone.
Okay, everyone's gone, so I was last. All right.
I was wondering where you're going. I thought you were going to say, and Corey, what are you doing?
Now
That would've
introduce your characters, all of them.
Yeah, all the NPCs, describe them now. All right, these guys are at Closed Shell Castle, like they said. They are investigating this daimyo and whether he's a good guy or bad guy, kind of like what Marl said already. But they did find a ghost in a well, and that is what is concerning them right now. As they have, in the dojo, they're talking to, like they said, Daihachi and Ume, the heir. And she has agreed to go with the PCs to the haunted well to help them out. But maybe that they were splitting up or something was happening. I'm not sure. I kind of forgot.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, no one remembers.
I thought all of us were going together.
Well,
my
y'all
thought.
can hash that out again right now.
Yeah, let's just go together.
Yeah, I mean, we are bringing Ume and Daihachi Sensei, so...
Daihachi Sensei has not agreed to go anywhere. He told Ume to go.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did tell Ume.
We just take him with. We didn't ask.
Yeah. We just
Throw him
dragged
over the
along.
shoulder and
Good luck.
Welcome,
all right.
Daihachi Sensei.
So maybe so maybe the plan is to lag behind a little bit before continuing with everyone else, and see if I can ask Daihachi Sensei to perhaps spare his time to teach Bashar.
Okay.
Like right now.
Well, is everybody else going then? And Bashar is hanging behind.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll follow. I'll follow closely. I know where the well is, so I'll make my way back to you guys.
All right. Everybody else can kind of pull themselves down to the well. Back to where the ghost is. Let me. This stream deck is not working. All right.
There I am.
There's the map for the audience to check out. Okay. Where were we? Okay. So you're hanging back with the sensei.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Reiju Daihachi. What do you say to him? What's going on here? Because he's going to go back to cleaning his dojo.
Flirt, flirt, flirt.
Flirt? No. All right. So Bashar will start off with well, I feel a sense of great shame with my swordsmanship. Apparently, being top of the class means nothing, especially when you are from a different clan.
Rokugani swordsmanship has been refined over many, many years, many generations.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
It comes to us from the gods themselves.
Oh. Well, I do believe that I'm critically lacking in that knowledge, and I would like to humbly ask if you could perhaps teach me the art of the sword. And Bashar bows. Whatever you can impart, I will eternally be grateful to you. I'm trying to remember Bashar's dialect that I had for him earlier.
I'll teach you on one condition.
What may it be?
I do not want you to join the ranks of Jikai soldiers here.
All right. I can acquiesce.
Good.
What would you have me do from this point?
We train in the mornings. You will be here with everyone else. You will train, but you will not be a part of them. You will be a part from them.
It's a very reasonable request. I will definitely come in the mornings.
You will not be using whatever gaijin weapons you are accustomed to. You will be using Rokugani weapons. There are training weapons here for you. We have swords. We have pole arms.
I can use both.
Very well.
Hold on, what is it saying? It begins when you put on this dress. Thanks, Howard.
Yes. Well, lastly, you will come dressed as a samurai. You will not come dressed in those clothes. Find a proper kimono and come here in the proper uniform.
Where may I find one?
The servants can
don't
probably get you a kimono.
Yeah, you definitely called it, Howard. So, back in character. Thank you, Reiju Daihachi-sensei. I am in your debt.
You might want to hurry if you're going to still help your friends.
So, I'm trying to think... Yes, of course. Thank you. So, Bashar will bow again and then briskly make his way over. And if he does come across a maid before getting to the well, he will ask for a proper kimono to be delivered to his quarters.
Okay. You were going to say that you were thinking of saying something else to him? You have that.
No. I couldn't think of anything else.
Okay.
At the moment.
All right, everybody, you all go into the kitchen and down to where the well is. At this point, there's a lot of people getting stuff ready for the evening meal after court.
I snag a cheese wedge on the way down.
There is no cheese. It's Rokugan.
Wait, it's already after court?
No.
It's an entire peoples without cheese? I quit. I'm out.
It is not after court.
Good.
They're getting ready for the meal that is going to be served after court.
Hey, Bashar, you're a foreigner. Can you introduce cheese over here? Cheese.
Bashar's not. You look
why
around
there
and
wouldn't be
he's
any
not with
cheese.
you.
He's making his way.
Just when I was thinking about a thing that I've never heard of, I realized Bashar's not here.
Yes. You guys go down into the trapdoor and over to where the well is.
I will
Okay.
snatch a... do they have bread? Is bread a thing?
Of course there's bread.
They have
I
bread.
snatch bread. And I lament the lack of good hard dairy products.
This
Not sure what that would look like. but I
this
think we need
liquid,
them.
I wish it could be a solid.
Why not? It seems like a thing. Maybe if we made it real cold.
And then 2 hours later, after you eat it, where's the bathroom?
All of Rokugan is lactose intolerant.
They are.
They are.
I mean, except for a small few.
What a strange thing to include in this book.
I mean, more than likely, a majority of the unicorn clan is not lactose intolerant.
Yeah, unicorn I think are an exception, but for the most part, I would feel that most Rokugani are lactose intolerant.
I thought maybe there's like
Well-
some like weird blurb on some random page somewhere in the book. By the way, nobody here can have cheese.
A
What?
large percentage of cheese does not contain enough lactose for it to bother lactose intolerant people's stomachs.
Oh, I learned something. Maybe that's right. But with
And the harder it is, the less likely it is to be bad.
with all of the source books
what she said.
for all of the source books that have come out for L5R over the past decades, I'm sure one did talk about the lactose intolerance of Rokugani. That said,
It's possible.
if you want to be able to drink milk and ice cream without the runs,
It's like a 1 point advantage.
it's not an advantage. You can just say it. It's your character. I don't care.
I think you should make people pay XP. Sorry, man. I don't have enough XP. I can't digest that.
Unless you want to be a mutant amongst your people. He can drink milk?
Well, you know, a lot of games do have a merit or an advantage or something where you can like eat anything and not die.
It's
It's a
true.
pretty common thing.
Oh, like a cast iron stomach?
I think it's actually called cast iron stomach in Vampire. Not for the vampires, but for like people playing the humans and such.
Neat.
Okay. There's the well. You're here. You have arrived.
I'm just a few minutes behind, don't worry.
I munch on my bread. So, we've already done this a few times today. Do you suppose this would be called, like, exercising exercise? I feel like there's a joke in here.
So
I
what?
think you need to keep workshopping it.
So what
I'll
do we
do
do to get rid of this ghost?
Ever done it before?
We need to retrieve the bones from the well and give this person a proper burial.
I don't disagree that might help, but I will say that I do know that this ghost was very focused on vengeance. I think it wants us to avenge it. However, it might, being who I think it is, it might take some pretty amazing magical power to do that, since whoever offended it is probably also dead.
She looks down the well and she says, well, if we need to retrieve her body, that's for the Edda to do. But there's a ghost down there, so the Edda won't do that. We're going to have to go... One of us is going to have to go down there and bring the body up.
I'll volunteer. I'll tie the rope around myself. Y'all got to be willing to haul me up and down.
I'm not going.
Like a grain sack.
A large bag to
You empty another bag if it doesn't.
That's good thinking. I appreciate you.
Okay, y'all start lowering Rikyu down. Rikyu, you can make an athletics check. I'm sorry, athletics fitness check.
I'm gonna say fitness.
It is a fitness check.
Been playing too much Valanthia.
Yeah.
Just kidding. There's no such thing as too much of my games. All right. So not fitness defense.
I don't think it's going to be withstand for Earth. I'll let shift for water. Or sacrifice void to just fall down there and kind of. I mean, you don't
I
take
like
damage if you succeed on the roll, but
I like that idea.
If
All
you're
right, so
like,
it is
okay, I'm
fitness
just
then,
gonna
you said,
jump.
right?
huh?
You did say fitness, right?
Yeah, it's going to be either fitness void or fitness water.
I get wet. I'm going down a well. It's got to be water. Let's see what happens.
Oh, and the TNs too. Yes. You get an extra ring die as well. You can roll an extra ring die because you have people holding you up with a rope.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and just roll that separately then, since I already made my roll.
Yeah.
All right. You said ring die, not skill die, right?
Yes. Or skill die, whatever. It's fine.
Doesn't matter. It's a blank.
It's a blank, yeah.
But okay. So I got 2 successes. One's exploding. So let me roll that exploder. And I got a... I don't really want too much strife right now, so I'll take the 1 strife, and I have the successes.
Okay, you can keep the opportunity too, because you also get to keep an extra one from the help that other people are giving you. So,
I can? Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know that counted for that, so sure, great. Then I will keep that extra opportunity. What can I do with 1 opportunity from water? Let me look at the list. Sorry about that. Let's see.
Fine.
I didn't fail. I can remove the strife I got. Bam, no strife for me.
All right, so you Jackie Chan walk down the well, and you get to the water, and you plop yourself down into the water.
And I start gathering. Well, first I'm going to look around the bones, and just, is there any light down here? I assume not, right?
No. But there's I assume that somebody is holding a torch or something above the well while another person holds the rope.
Probably.
All right, I'm going to...
So it's dim, but you can see.
Okay, I can see then. All right, I kind of want to inspect around the bone, see if there's anything else down here before I start gathering, and also just to get a general feel for it before I just start touching stuff,
So, where are you going with this? Are you, what skill are you using to investigate this?
And every other game is called investigation.
Yeah, but investigation isn't really a skill. It's a bunch of different other things.
That's okay.
Well, Sherlock Holmes also disagrees with you.
He does not. He's fictional.
I'm sorry. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle disagrees with you.
He's dead.
Saw that
Bring
one
up more
coming.
fake arguments. This is great.
His book disagrees with you.
Who does?
The book that he wrote specifically states.
Interesting. Well, for that, I'd have to read the book.
Yes, it's good. You should.
About, but I believe you. There's probably some book out there, but I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're
All right,
specifically...
I'm thinking... Well... Is there a way to just search the area? I'm the other things may have fallen down here than just this person.
Survival,
okay.
Or if you're just looking to see details, I mean, just tell me your vigilance. I'll tell you what you see. But
my vigilance is 3.
Okay. It's kind of deep, but it only goes up to your waist. It's hard to see anything underneath the water without feeling around with your hands.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. So I guess survival to do that?
Yeah, survival work, labor might, seafaring might, depending on what you're exactly doing. Skullduggery might, depending on what you're doing.
Oh, I'm gonna totally just start to float in there. Hoist my mainsail. No seafaring.
His jib came loose.
Dang, I'm gonna have to look up what a jib is and put it back on. All right, so if I'm just actively searching, is that? I don't know what stance that would be.
Probably water.
Water.
Surveying surroundings is water. Surveying the surroundings is water.
So survival water is what I need to roll to search this.
Yes, and it's a TN1.
Neat. And it's TN1 because there's nothing to find, probably. But, I got to be thorough. Well, I guess I'll take the exploder. Oh, well, I'll take the exploder and a success, and then I will roll my exploder. And
Ooh, another exploder.
I don't think extra's not going to do anything, right? So I'm not going to take the extra strife for no reason. So I will knock off the strife that I got with my opportunity, and I have made the TN. So is there anything to see other than the body?
No, there's nothing to see other than the body.
Okay, well, at least I didn't strife myself out.
You successfully find the body, and you start digging, making sure you get all of the bones and whatever accoutrement come with the body. If there's any other things that are involved. This body is basically bones.
Yeah, I kind of figured it's been there a really long time. But I was like, is there a murder weapon down here? Was there something else I'm missing?
Well, here's the thing.
Is this body in a trap that I'm about to step in?
With your survival roll, there's no fish down here in this well.
Are there fish normally in the well?
Surprise.
This is Howard asking. I really don't know.
There are no fish down here.
Okay. Do I think that there should be?
That said, if the body was thrown down here with flesh on it, the flesh should still be here.
Ew. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. I see where you're going with that. All right. I will bag up the bones and lose the rope.
Lose honor equal to your honor rank because you're touching.
Because I touched it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
hopefully I get that back for burying it properly.
You probably,
how else
yeah.
Could you do that?
Yeah. You'll get.
Otherwise, no one would ever bury a body. We'd all be just like, oh, that's where it goes.
Well, they have Etta do it. They have a specific cast of people usually do this stuff.
But it was impossible for that to happen in this one.
In this case, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I'm looking for my stuff. Honor, there it is. Man, my honor just keeps
and about
taking
it
hits.
being nothing but bones.
And I try so hard to be good.
You already figured that out from seeing the ghost full of bones.
So, you get no ghostly presence, no ghostly aura. You don't feel like there's a ghost down here?
Out of curiosity, if I had opened the bag and used a chopstick and poked each thing into the bag, would I still take the honor hit?
No.
Interesting. I'm not going to go ask to backtrack and do that. It's good to know going forward.
In fact, the ritual for burying somebody is to use chopsticks to take bones and pass them from person to person. That is a ritual that is done in Rokugan.
Oh, yeah, I totally knew that. You're just making stuff up. Go away.
It's one of the... I forget which clan does that or what happens, but yeah, that's something that happens. 100%.
And then we use this chopstick to eat.
Oh, no.
No, these are my bone
This
picking
tastes like
chopsticks.
So, you can make a fitness water roll to shimmy back up. It's a TN2.
All right.
You
and
get an
I
extra...
their aid.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you get an extra... I think it's a skill die because they have fitness, so you should be able to get an extra skill die out of it.
All right, so that's fitness, water, TN2, and add a skill die. Got it.
Got it.
Yay.
There
Got
you go.
strafed, though. Dang it. But hey, I get to reroll a thingy. So I'll reroll my thingy. I got an opportunity. I'm going to take one of those strife.
You can remove 2 strife with water stance.
Oh, neat. Then I take no strife. I am strife free today. Woohoo! See if I can do that the entire game. That will be my goal for the game. Take no strife.
You get to the top. You have a bag of bones. Everybody... He made it out. He seems fine. No ghost attack.
To confuse people, I put an S on it and put 2 lines through the S, so no one thinks it's a bag of bones. It's clearly loot from a bank that I robbed. In a cartoon.
Bashar walks down.
No one will trust you because you're not wearing your Hamburglar outfit.
As you make your way out of the well, Bashar comes on into the room.
Wow,
Why did she attack me and
didn't
not
take
you?
long for him to get into the well and back out, huh?
Sure, you're just in time for the game. Here, put your hand in the bag and guess what it is.
Why did it not attack you?
Bashar just kind of scowls a little bit. Is like, I can already assume what is it that you are holding.
As you saw me climbing out of the well, yeah. I look over at it was Ayumi. Tarek, you asked that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe because I punched it in the throat earlier. I really don't know. Or maybe it's just tired of getting its butt kicked.
Well, whatever it is, at least it's not causing any problems this time.
You know, it'd be really
Means
messed up
lashed out.
if the ghost we've been fighting down here isn't attached to this. As I hold up the bag of bones, the loot.
That would be extremely strange.
I mean, for all we know, there could be ghosts like built into or bodies like built into the walls. We don't know how sick these people were.
No, that's a lion thing.
Like Bashar's
word
like
for it.
eyebrows, like just pop up as like. You
What?
got to be serious.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's a very important thing to do
They
whenever
put-
you're trying to fight over a cask of Amontillado. That is the best
They
stuff.
they
Speaking of
apparently
which, I grabbed some sake.
they apparently put dead criminals inside of the bridges in their lands.
I had a nightmare once where the criminals that were trapped in walls like popped out, but they were like 50 feet tall and they had no skin. They were just muscles. It was like this huge, like they were these titans of just nastiness. I don't know. It was gross.
Maybe you should tell that story to somebody who's interested. Anyway,
Probably just need more fiber in my diet.
Ume says,
interesting dreams.
I'm going to go retrieve an Etta to take care of the bones, the body, the remains.
I thought we were going to
We still need this well to be purified before anybody can use it.
don't we need the bones to be purified as well? Or is that
Is that a theology check?
Yeah, theology. TN1 to figure out what to do with all of this stuff.
What you gonna do with all that stuff? All that stuff.
put it in
that
your
bag?
trunk, duh. Just
all
gotta dump
the-
that in the
Stuff. You mean-
I'm just recalling teachings. So that's
Yep.
Earth, right?
Earth.
That's a
Hey,
lot of
look at me.
opportunity.
Which is great because it'll help get rid of that. He said, would you say it was TN1 or 2?
TN1.
All right. Well, then I will take it and I'll use an opportunity to knock off the strife. Boom.
Well, you have an opportunity with
you have a success with opportunity.
yeah, that
Oh,
last
I
dungeon.
do. I'll just take that one.
There you
Damn.
go. Look at
And I'll
that.
take the other 2 opportunity and I'll remember something that's semi-related but not so.
Is that what water does?
I did
A lot
Earth,
of physical
remember?
detail in your environment not directly related to your check. That's
Yeah,
what it
that's an
does.
Earth thingy.
Oh, Earth. It's Earth.
well done.
Recall an
Yar.
important piece of information not directly related to the task. Boom. Okay, yes. Because you did Earth. Okay. So this is what you know. You can do a cleansing ritual and then spend an opportunity to make it do an area. So you can do the bones, you can concentrate on the bones and then spend an opportunity to make it for the entire area, including the well.
I didn't actually memorize that cleansing ritual that we saw that priest do. Hey,
But
Marl, by any chance, did you happen to pick that up?
Cleansing a rite. Yes, that's something I can do.
here
'Cause
is
if you do, and if there's just like a random chance that you feel like you can exert that a bit, I think that we could cleanse all of this. That's what my lessons. I remember. I had big thoughts once.
a piece of unrelated information that you now know and are reminded of is that Ayumi used to talk about a wolf shape changer quite a bit. She seems to have a book about it, and you remember being attacked by wolves.
It's pretty unrelated. I'm like, she's into furries.
She has a book?
Hey, unrelated there. Ayumi, you mentioned something about a wolf shape changer, and when we were on the road here, remember we were attacked by a bunch of wolves.
Yep.
Do you think there's any way that a person that can change shapes into a wolf might be like an alpha for a pack or something? I don't know. Just random thoughts in my head. Probably still need more
Yes.
fiber in my diet.
I would assume. I mean, it seems like wolves pack animals, so someone could indeed train them to act in a certain way. I don't know. I guess
I'm not saying these woods are necessarily haunted by a shape-changing wolf who's leading around a bunch of wolves, and that you have a book on you that says that. I'm saying I'd like a sandwich.
Well, I agree that all of those. I've been saying it for a while that there is some sort of creature.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, that's what I recalled. You said it. It's been a long day, and I've had a lot of sake and not enough sandwiches.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about this later.
Probably.
Perhaps
not exactly
after dinner.
Aren't we just chilling till the Edda gets here to take the bag of loot? Loot.
I have a strange suspicion about that man.
Yes, I know exactly who you mean.
The guy from the library, or the guy from the dojo?
The man who's preternatural and
oh yeah, the wolf guy.
hair.
What's your suspicion?
Well, I thought the implication was clear, but I guess I'll.
Nope,
walk
spelled
it.
out. I'm drunk as can be.
Okay, well, I have a feeling that he may be looking over those maps of the area as a hunter with a hunter's eye, because perhaps he is controlling some kind of
Oh, okay.
pack, or
I think we should
perhaps
just
he
go
is
like
hunting.
challenge into a fight and kick his butt and see if he turns into a wolf.
Good.
And if he does turn into a wolf, do you think that'd make it easier or harder to fight him? Because I'm thinking with a sword, I should be able to take a wolf.
I feel like there's a subtler way to get at this solution, get at a solution to this problem, but
So I can't just throw a Bashar at, is what you're saying.
You could.
Bashar scowls at the both of you.
I meant that in a complimentary way, that you have cool sword skills that I actually lack, despite my cool sword, which is mostly ornamental. I mean, it functions. I just don't know how to function it.
I don't doubt that. And
You
Bashar,
can just
I
show
meant
me
no
the
harm.
on button. I will.
I just meant that if you were to challenge him, I'm certain that would work. I just feel like there could be.
Well, as
More
long as
subtle approach.
you have my back, perhaps if he
got
does
my bow.
shape change, considering what we have encountered, I perhaps shouldn't be surprised if he does reveal
be the
his
first.
nature.
Would
So
not be
I
the
know,
first time we saw
like,
somebody
my
shape-
sense of humor falls like horrible with you guys, so I'm just going to spell it out. What I meant was, Bashar, I admire your sword ability. That's why I would throw a Bashar at something that I think needs to be beat down physically. If it were a ghost, I would be flattered if you said I would throw a Rikyu at that. I'd be like, yeah, because that's a thing that I can destroy. See, it
I
was
see.
complimentary. But I do say it with what I think is humor, which I think apparently only makes me laugh. It's hard because I grew up with people that didn't laugh. So I really don't know.
Yeah, Bashar kind of missed it because, Rokugani is not his main language.
So Umi returns with an Edda, and she says, have you started the cleansing rituals?
We were just about to begin.
Okay.
Would anybody with some knowledge of religious rituals like to assist me?
I don't know the one that you're speaking of, but I am quite well trained in theology, if it'll help. And if I don't have the rituals, would it just be a ring ad?
No, you have the skill. It depends on skill, not technique.
Okay.
So she can like walk you through the technique, but you'll help on the theology just fine for extra skill die. So what you'll need is the base Tien for the cleansing ritual. If I can find it in here.
Yeah, my way of cleansing it is summon the ghost and punch it.
Work.
I like it. It's a lot of fun, especially when you're drunk.
Cleansing rite. If one or more targets is an otherworldly being, we become aware of it after completing the ritual. Choose one additional target. Instead of targeting characters, you may target an area encompassing a range band that equals your opportunity. So you're going to need a bunch of opportunity. You'll need at least 3 opportunity.
3 opportunities.
To encompass the
As
well.
we call it, the thropportunity.
Okay.
So
Only I call it that.
it is a TN3.
3 successes, 3 opportunity.
Yes.
Hopefully
Well,
it works
it's a-
out.
Good thing I have 3 void, because this is gonna be hard regardless.
And anybody who has y'all can all help her, I would assume.
Like, I mean,
I don't have
I have a
theology,
2
but I
in
can help.
void. I can assist if it's
Not
necessary.
void. You have to have theology to help, but she can get a ring die from you if you're unskilled.
Yeah. You can get a
And
ring die.
I'm unskilled, but I'll help.
I got 2 theology.
Oh shit,
So-
you're skilled. Okay, so
I've
you
already
get
given her
skill
a
die.
skill die, though. Can
Yeah,
she
I
get
think
multiple skill die?
You
Yeah, I
can
think
take,
so.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think they have a limit on how many people can assist.
the limit is up to the game master, but you have to describe how you are helping. Otherwise, I can say no. So, assistance.
It is a cleansing rite.
Yeah, rolls 1 additional skill dice per character who has 1 or more ranks in that skill, and 1 additional ring dice per character who has 0 ranks in that skill. So, per character.
Okay, so I've seen the ritual performed, and I have theology. So as she goes through it, I'm going to be following her and using my recall. I'll be in the earth stance using my recall, and if I see anything out of line, I'll just quickly move the candle into place or whatever. And that's how I'm helping, is just to make sure everything is perfectly the way I recall it from the guy that I saw perform it last, which was that priest back in the town.
I like your explanation. Tarek, you got an explanation on how you're helping?
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm staying out of the way and following through with whatever they tell me to do.
Well, that's not going to be... Staying out of the way is the opposite of helping.
I mean, it could be helpful. If someone who doesn't know what they're doing tries to help out, a lot of times that's just going to cause trouble.
It's not
So-
the opposite. I'd say it's a neutral stance. The opposite of helping would be like, I go ahead and put out the fires in each candle just in case they cause more problems because fire.
This semantic argument here is very, very helpful.
It's not. I just thought it might be amusing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Matt, you were going to say something?
Okay, so basically Bashar, I'm pretty sure he did see Rikyu and Marl do the cleansing rite a few times, so he will recall how they went about it, but he will ask for guidance to see if he is performing the proper steps. And he might recite a few lines here and there in his native tongue, but hopefully it will have the same effect.
So you're going to give prayers. You're going to give some Kamaris prayers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's helping, even though you're not sure it's helping. I will grant the skill die from you.
He's going to send thoughts and prayers, and he's also going to update his Facebook status to have the symbol of Rokugan to show his support.
And Ume will come in and help as well. And the way she is helping is she is going to take the sake bottle from Rikyu and say, you'll be much better, you'll help much better if you are sober. And then she will take a offering bowl, an offering cup, and put some sake in it and place it at the well for offerings to the kami. So you'll get
give her a
ring die from that.
begrudging bow as she takes it. Although I'm clearly not thrilled with this situation.
So a skill die each from Howard and Matt, and a ring die from Ume.
That's correct.
Yeah, kill it.
Here's hoping.
You got this.
I start playing a flute.
You're the bomb. Oh yeah, you are the bomb. Look at all that.
Ooh, very nice.
And you'll get to
Totally
keep
got your
5
3
of those.
opportunities and plenty of successes.
And I get to keep 4, so...
5. Actually, no, 6.
Right, my void is 3, and then I get +2 that I get to keep for the 2 skill dice.
And 1 for the ring die as well. You get for
Oh,
every
okay.
helping person, you get to keep an extra die.
Nice.
Okay, then I guess I'll just keep what I need to keep, which is everything that doesn't have strife on it. That's
Yeah,
3
that'll
successes
do it.
and 3 opportunities.
Boom! You did it.
Boom.
These pipes are clean.
Oh God, that's the worst movie.
Cabin Boy.
I know.
If anybody does not get that reference, it comes from Cabin Boy. You are free not to watch it though.
I
It's a
have not
terrible
seen
movie.
it. It
I actually like the
really
actor from his
dumb.
time on SNL. I still don't like the movie.
Chris Elliott stars in it, right? That's the
Yeah,
guy.
that's the guy. That's
Yeah.
him. He used
Yep.
to be on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, did he? I just know him from that sitcom on Fox, where he's like a man-child that like.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. And of course, I think it was like Scary Movie, one of the Scary Movies where he plays the butler with the arm.
The hand. Oh, I love the guy with the hand.
my good hand.
That's my good hand. Sorry, back to you.
So yes, you have successfully cleansed the area. The well has been supernaturally charged, so it will no longer A, harbor a ghost, and B, it will be safe to drink. And the bones are now perfect for reburial, which they will do. The Edda
Or you
will.
can take the ribs out and use them as chopsticks. But you shouldn't, because you'll lose honor.
I'll give you your honor. You want your honor reward from this now? I can give it to you now.
Really? Oh, good.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm getting my butt kicked in honor. Every time I try to do something nice, I lose honor.
That's how it is sometimes.
I was in the 50s. I'm
Yeah.
at 38 now.
Well,
Everybody
welcome
gets-
to Rokugo.
Everybody gets 6 points of honor.
All right.
Wow, that's like the biggest honor gain I've ever gotten. This game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because it's usually based on your honor rank.
I have 46 honor. I am actually an honorable person. Right?
You have
Wow, you're
two
more
than I
honorable
do.
than Bashar.
And me. I'm only at 44.
I'm at
And I
61.
honestly try to
I
be honorable.
just hit the cusp of 40.
So what y'all are telling me is I need to start murdering some people wantonly.
I think the fact that you have the intention, but you're
No.
not following through enough is why you're keeping your honor.
Yeah. Fair.
I know
you
you're
could
gonna.
just like go touch some more dead bodies.
Just go to the graveyard and just like dig some up and bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah, just touch my hands on all of them.
Does the
I
type
found
of
myself
touch,
a new set of drums.
Does the type of touch matter? I mean, is necrophilia worse than just gathering the bones for burial?
I'd say
I
so.
think so.
Look, I only gave you a 1 times honor hit. If you were the one who like desecrated the body, I'd give you a ×3 honor hit.
That sounds fair.
And maybe an ongoing honor hit in case anybody finds out and like they
Like,
comes
nah,
out.
I saved her. I
You could
keep
have
her
like
in
a
my
dark
bed.
secret associated with that kind of shit.
She keeps me company at night, every night.
All right. Ume will
We
thank
both have boners.
Ume will thank all of you and ask if there's anything she can do to repay you for the service.
My friends want an audience with your father.
Done.
You mean uncle?
Thank
Uncle.
you very much. And I give her a proper bow when she
With your
says done.
father, she's like, "All right, here, he's over there. There's
Yeah.
just some dude in the corner, like."
We misunderstood.
My
We
name's
thought you
Scruffy.
were- oh.
I'm the janitor.
Whoopsie.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, Mom fooled around.
Yeah, with the daimyo. You want an audience with the daimyo, she says. It's granted, of course.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to get him, would you like me to get him right now?
As at an appropriate convenience. We don't wish to interrupt anything he might be in the middle of.
Does this need to be a private audience, or would you like to come to court?
Private audience, I think, would be best.
I will nod in agreement.
Very well. We can...
But I think my associates would like to come to court this evening.
It would be
Correct?
nice.
I turn around and eyeball.
Well,
Bashar will nod, though he probably won't approach the daimyo now because of Daihachi Sensei's request.
The court will be happening shortly in about an hour. I was going to go get ready for it, but you are all welcome to come as my guest to court, and I will make sure that you get a private audience with him, perhaps during the proceedings of court. We'll see what happens.
There is one more thing. Not a request, but an offer. Should for any reason a spirit return, if you find me, I would like to help you exorcise it and send the spirits away so that the living may remain safe.
Of course, you'll be considering that our court Shugenja has not found this danger. I think I'll be coming to you first, as long as you are within the castle.
I appreciate that honor. I do want to make it clear I meant no disrespect to your court Shugenja.
Sealy, my character could pick up that's pretty like that. If a Ronin came in and found out something under someone else's watch, especially Imperial's watch,
that's where my head is at too. I completely with you, and which is why I had to tack that on. I meant no disrespect to the court Shugenja.
Exactly.
I'm just saying I want to help.
But she obviously is accepting that this is that person may be deserving of that severe of an insult like that.
But I also want to put out there as kind of a backhanded, not backhanded, but I would say just sort of a backdoor way of saying, yes, consult me. I totally want to help, but please keep in mind there is a course Shugenja. Don't make that person my enemy. That was not my goal. Although I did make that person my enemy earlier. But it still wasn't my goal.
Okay. She will, she doesn't, she just thanks you and says exactly what she says. She turns to put the sake bottle back, trips, and the sake bottle is about to hit the ground.
I try to catch it.
All right. Make a fitness,
Hey, it's for the sake, sir.
I will also attempt to assist because Bashar knows how much of a fumbler she is.
Both of the guys jump to grab the sake bottle as it comes down. It's going
she
to
goes down, but we saved the sake.
It's hard to catch the sake bottle. I'm going to say it is TN3. It is a fitness roll, but you can tell me what kind of approach you're going to use.
I am defending the sake, sir. That is Earth.
I just imagine that both of y'all are gonna jump into each other.
I would not normally make a defend the sake use Earth roll, except my character is very sake obsessed.
And with Bashar's state of mind is that he kind of wants to regain a little bit of honor for his loss in the duel, so he wants to at least put himself in a more favorable light.
So is this two separate roles, or is one of us aiding the other?
It should be one of you aiding the other.
Okay, I'll.
If it's two separate roles, it's going to be harder, as both of you are at odds with each other. Trying to
so might as well assist Rikyu.
You're assisting me? Okay,
yes.
Then I assume you have fitness because you're awesome.
Yes, I have fitness.
I will add a skill die.
Yep. Rolled and kept skill die.
Hey, I got 3 exploders. I could do that. I'm going to take the real success without strife and the 2 exploders. Oh, wait, no. I'm going to take the 2 real successes, the opportunity, and explode 1 because I got to take it.
The skill die will have more will have a larger chance of making more exploders.
I thought that was the case. I wasn't actually sure, but since you've confirmed it, I'm going to do that.
It has less strife on it too.
I got an extra opportunity too. So hey, there we go. All right, so I took 1 strife. I got 2 opportunity and 3 successes. Is that correct? Did I read that
Yeah.
right?
You have
Okay.
3 successes and 2 opportunity.
All right. And 1 strife.
Yes, 1 strife.
Which I'm gonna knock off that strife
With an
'cause I
opportunity.
can.
Sure. Okay.
And then with the extra success, I will
You mean opportunity?
reassure the woman, because I can reassure another character in the scene of my presence, allowing them to remove 2 strife. The woman who stumbled, I reassure her with my amazing grace in catching it.
She could use the
that
reassurance.
This is not her fault. She is a great person.
She could use the reassurance, and she loses some strife. She was in a duel earlier, so she got some strife.
And I have maintained my goal so far of gaining no strife this game. And I got the sake back.
And
She's like-
Eric is a floating pair of pants.
She's like, the bottle is just slippery down here. I don't... Well, I better get going.
It's dark. We should get more lighting. You will be fine.
Sorry, I was
It's
playing with my
dark.
dog.
Ah, okay.
Okay, she leaves, and you guys can go do whatever you like before court starts
So,
in an hour.
so I am going to operate under the assumption that while Bashar was on his way to the well to assist,
You found somebody who
he-
could give you a kimono, yes. You talked
Yes,
to
okay.
the helpful servant who's near the kitchen. What's her name? The helpful servant.
Nice lady.
oh, the lady that we assisted in gathering water.
You can't remember
Yes.
the servants' names. You classist, elitist bastard. I mean, I know you're the game master, but
Shaki.
I still feel you're classist.
Shaki, the obedient servant. That is her name.
See, this is just something I would do to help me remember it. I would make a note that her hair is always like huge and frazzled, and then I'd be like, "Oh, that's Shaki."
That's a good note. I like that. Okay. Yeah.
So, like, I think I'll do a little bit of roleplay with Ayumi. Basically, he wants to ask Ayumi that while he's away, like at
Go.
the
Stop.
dojo, or if,
Stop. She's right there. Do the role play.
Okay. All right.
By the way, we're doing that role play while heading toward wherever the closest place to take a bath is.
Walk and talk.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm like, we should get cleaned up.
Ayumi, it seems that I have come to an agreement with Reiju Daihachi Sensei. I do feel that my sword skills are a bit lacking, and he actually agreed to teach me in the mornings at the dojo, but he doesn't want me to bring any of my current garb or weaponry with me
course not.
while at the dojo. If
Surprised they didn't call you out further.
hold on, could you repeat that, Tarek?
I said I'm surprised he hasn't called you out further.
Well, it was very kind of him to do so, but I will be wearing other garb and using the weaponry over at the dojo. But if at all possible, would there be any way to secure any of my belongings? Because it is from my home country, and I would be remiss to be apart from any of my belongings for any extended period of time.
And you can leave them with me if you want, but I do also like to train in them. So
Hold
I
on.
wouldn't say mine are so formal. Can you not hear me?
Like, you're kind of cutting in and out on my end. I apologize.
No worries. Yeah, I said I usually like to train in the morning, but usually not so formally. But if you want to leave your equipment with me, I'm more than happy to look over it.
I would appreciate it. And if anything happens to where you might need to use my weaponry, I trust you with it.
Well, let's hope not.
All right.
Ronan having to come to blows inside of an imperial castle is not a good look.
Perhaps a strange creature might appear, knowing our fortune. or fortune. Yeah, I'm trying to roll my R a little better. Such as our strange fortune.
So, I've been looking through the castle locations, and there are no castle locations that has any bathing area. That said, there's a huge section of the castle underneath the second floor map that isn't detailed. Also, there could be like tubs brought that are in the guest room area for just that occasion.
I know of a recently cleansed well we could all just take dumps in.
So,
Sploosh.
There's also that one river nearby.
There's a river nearby. Yeah. That said, I'm sure that there is a like a bathing room, and it's probably just not listed on the map underneath the that second and third floor area.
Considering this is a fort and a palace, I would assume that you're right when you say there's probably like a bathing room on certain floors, like in the guest room quarters. There's probably a couple of bathing areas or like rooms that you can go in that have tubs in.
I wouldn't be surprised if behind the dojos there was an area that had those. Have y'all ever seen those things where it's like it looks like a weird little square tent that goes straight up, and you go in there and basically they dump a bucket on you. You have like a bucket on a string that you can just kind of cleanse off on. That is something.
In fact, in the blacked out training yards that Jell can't see on your map, there are fountains and things like water features. So I'm sure it's for...
Let's go bathe in the fountain.
I'm sure they
and
while
we'll do it, we'll sing the Friends theme song. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and then we'll get thrown off of the mountainside as Ronin.
But you know what? I'll be there for
Worth
you.
it. Oh, God. God damn it, Howard. The balls on you. Oh, God.
You almost got me, Corey.
Yeah, we'll just say that there's a bathing area underneath the section of the map that you can't see, underneath the guest quarters. So yeah, you can go there. You can bathe. You can have an RP scene there if you want, but or we can go straight to court. Is anybody is dressing up specifically for court? There is a design check for that.
I was going to like clean after bathing. I was thinking I would just clean my armor, which is kind of ragged from wear and battle. But I can't repair it, but I can clean it and like maybe polish the mask. If there's a check on that, I'll do it.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to say if you guys have been on the road, you guys have been ratty and stuff like that, you can get like a servant to help you out and get your stuff together, but you still have to make a check. If you do not...
I aid the servant?
No. The servant is helping you get the supplies and things that you need and is doing some of the work, but you have to make a check.
Okay.
So if you make...
It was worth a shot.
If you make zero successes on this check, you will be losing an honor. You'll be losing an honor and glory. If you make one success, you have succeeded, and you will be gaining. You will be gaining nothing. You will be gaining no. You won't be losing anything. If you make one success, you can get an honor for looking your part in court, and if you get a opportunity, if you make one bonus success, I can give you an extra. I can give you one honor for looking good, and if you get an opportunity on top of that, I can give you a glory for looking spectacular.
Ooh,
in a special way.
So this is aesthetics?
No,
design.
It's
artisan skill.
Oh, that's the same. It's in the same.
You can't use
branches.
Culture, right?
Excuse me?
It's not a culture check, right?
It's not a culture check. No, it is a design-specific check. If you're so Howard, you said you're cleaning your stuff up and repairing it. You can use earth to restore.
Oh, good. That's my best one.
How is other people getting themselves together for court?
So, considering what what
too,
Daihachi Sensei
basically.
mentioned, in order to help kind of keep my identity as a gaijin under wraps, he's going to adapt and be, or actually no, he's gonna try to invent like a sort of new look for himself to at least blend in a little better with the rest of the Rokugani.
That
So
sounds-
he's gonna do it fire.
That sounds perfect. I like it.
I
yeah.
like that. I like it too. Yeah.
All right, I'll do it. Oh my god.
Hey, I wanted to ask real quick before I rolled. Does that servant helping and bringing stuff, does that give us a ring or a skill?
I'm not. No, they do not. They're not
All
going
right,
to give you an
I'll make my
assist.
roll, but I wanted
Well,
to ask before I rolled.
since
It's making
since-
you capable of making the roll, I think.
That's fine. Hey,
Nice. So Corey, like if I got at least one success, and since it's a fire roll, can I make that strife into another success?
No. It only works in conflict scene, man. But that is a success. That means you made the TN. You won't be losing any honor. You look fine for court. You look good.
All right.
I'll be cleaning myself up to restore my clothing.
I'm gonna do something from a different approach normally. Normally I would say I would be going for like a refine approach, which was what I was trying to do all those times I was trying to make myself up to go and confront somebody. This time I'm going to try to attune myself, connect with myself, and try to just highlight my own features and accept who I am to kind of make myself more presentable by highlighting.
All right. I like that. That's a good void.
Right.
I don't
So
know
that you
why
know-
you kept all of those dice, Howard.
I was curious to see what happened. So I got 4 successes. I'm using the opportunity to remove one of the stripe, so I only got 3 stripe. I got some stripe this game. I feel.
So you'll gain a point of honor for getting a bonus success.
But I look amazing.
All right, it was
You do. You look great.
TN2 to get some kind of bonus.
So it's TN1 to make the roll. It's TN one bonus success, and only one bonus success will give you an extra point of honor. A opportunity will give you glory as you look like different than everybody else. You look somehow striking.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep the explosive success.
You know what? I'm gonna do that instead of removing a stripe. I'd like to look striking.
Okay, give yourself
So
a
I'll take
glory.
the
Don't
extra
make yourself
stripe.
look striking.
Neat. We add the stripe in, and then boom, glory. I'm amazing. Everything
I'll
sparkles.
just stick with the one and not lose anything.
I managed to hew some thread and tear up and sew up that one piece that no longer has the durable quality, but now it looks like it does.
Okay, so my role is I have two successes, 2 opportunities. One of those opportunities is going to make myself look really, really good. One of those opportunities I'm using.
Wait, are you putting on makeup?
I'm like decking myself out as best I can.
Are you trying to put on makeup though? That's my
but
question.
for myself. The other one I'm going to choose a ring other than void, reduce the TN of your next check by 1 if it uses that ring. So I'm going to choose air ring. That's my other opportunity.
So I did this in front of a mirror, and I found a slightly new angle to hold my helmet on that makes my hyena mask face look way more intimidating than I realized it could. And I'm like, oh, if I adjust the strap, it's going to hold in this. Yeah. Yeah.
You actually found some really good polish too that just makes it shine like crazy.
Ding.
Okay, everybody is dressed. Everybody is ready for court. There you go. Bring yourself. This is court. This is the court chamber right here. You can bring yourself there. I know it's crowded, and that is because almost everybody is there. And Crystal needed a break. She needed a break, guys.
Oh.
Hey,
We broke her.
Joe's in the comments. A sharp-dressed Ginja has appeared.
Hey, Joe.
Nice. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm the Shugenja.
I know.
It's all about
But if
me.
one of us is successful,
all
we are all
about me.
successful.
Fancy
No,
one.
me. All me.
It's all me.
So I want to make sure that everybody hears the description of the courtroom and all of the people in it, because there's a lot that's going to happen. So I got to wait for Crystal to come back.
We'll wait until a wild moral appears.
Moral of the story is...
Oh, I thought about making a joke like that when this whole campaign began, and I resisted, and then I forgot it, and you found it.
It wasn't my intention, but all right.
We'll bring everybody.
When it comes to bad jokes, I'm usually on the ball. But I looked at that one and went, I'll pass.
Well, your jokes are always appreciated.
Not by most. Especially not in character. Man, you guys are no fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bashar has been having like less and less reasons to be that jovial.
There she is.
Yeah, and Ayumi like straight up will hit me. So
You best
she
believe
has
it.
zero sense of humor.
Stop touching thunder thighs, man.
Hey,
He
they're
doesn't
not thundery.
appreciate it.
I would like you to
prefer
say thunder
Chun-Li
thighs.
style.
You say thunder thighs directly to her. That's all I'm asking.
Tarek,
Because I
no,
want
come
to
back.
watch you get hit for a change.
Now we have Crystal, but Tarek just left. There we go. We're all back.
Yay!
I didn't leave. I was just walking to the door of my room because my dog was asking to go
Oh
out.
yeah.
And you're like,
Excuses,
screw you,
excuses,
dog.
got it.
It's called Doge, sir. Doge.
A doge.
Dodge the doge.
My doggo.
I've been corrected by my children.
Let me
It is
quickly check.
Doge.
I'm in and out.
So there's a large sliding doors at one side of the chamber that are always kept closed.
Matt left.
Bless America.
Poor Matt left.
Why did he leave? As soon
Because
as
he realized we were about to start, and he was like, not having that crap.
yeah, that's exactly.
All right, now I'm going to take my dog out because he left. So
He didn't say nothing or anything, did he?
No, he just left as soon as Crystal sat back down, and now Matt's back, and now Derek's gone.
Like, sorry, I heard knocking at the front door, so I had to check what the hell that was. Apparently, two cats decided, "Oh, we're gonna have a fight in front of your house."
All right, so I
Here.
said son, and then I cut off the ova and the B word, and now my son is here who would like to know what I want. Nothing. Sorry. Love you. I summoned him.
Son of a fish.
go ahead, Corey. I can't.
Oh, we're all back.
Son
Excellent.
Yeah.
of a
So-
me.
This court chamber is basically a long hall. At the far end of the hall, there is a slightly raised area where the daimyo sits on a chair. Everybody else has pillows that they can sit on or lounge on. More important people are put to the front of the place where they can and the less important, you guys, are more towards the back. That said, up on the dais with the daimyo is a familiar face.
Of course.
It is
It's a familiar's face. It's a cat.
yes, it is Reiju Jinzaburo, the Yojimbo, who is next to him. You do not see the Sepun, who...
His wife?
You do not see her. She is not here. Who you do see up in the front row is... first, Otomo Nobu, which some of you have already... Which just Bashar has already met, I believe. The castle steward. Also, the Shugenja, who just Rikyu met, whose name is Reiju Toshio.
The one that I met and shamed?
Yep.
Yay. Good times. I am terrible at this stuff.
Write names down.
You see somebody that you noticed from lunch at the barracks.
Lunch guy.
Yes. Let's see, who else is here? There is another woman here that you do not recognize. She seems to be wearing the same colors as the Otomo Guard, but she does not look like a warrior. She does not carry a katana. Mia Shinako, the poet that you met in the garden, she is also here, of course.
Oh, Shinako is the one who got me into court. So
That's
I
correct.
go over toward her immediately.
Yeah, you can go sit next to her.
Thank you.
And of course,
Turtle up.
Ume, Jikai Ume is here. I'm not GK. Reiju Ume is here. And I believe that is it. Reiju Ume, Otomo Nobu, Toshio, Daihachi, the sensei is not here. Yep, that guy's here. She's here. And Shinako. Okay, that's all of them.
I am actually going to, because I just always like to seek the stupidest thing. I'm going to go and sit with the court Shugenja and bow appropriately to a man who belongs in this station, whereas I am just a visitor, and graciously ask to sit next to him if it is not taken.
He says, have you ever been to court?
Not here, no. I was hoping that as you have been here, you would be willing to extend to me the courtesy of helping me to fit in and do the right things.
It's understandable that you would ask such a thing, but these rows are for the Jikai family.
Oh, my
I'm sorry,
apologies.
Jikai's family and staff.
What would be most appropriate? And I will, even if he puts me in like the dog section, I will go and stand there appropriately.
All right, he says you can sit on the row behind me. I believe there's a pillow right over here. It is still close by.
Thank you very much. And I, in that same husky tone though, but I would rather sit with a man that I don't think likes me, but does know what I know as far as mystical knowledge.
Yeah, he's a peer.
Right. So that is, even though I think he might have it out for me because I don't think I'm his friend, I think it would be most appropriate for me to sit around him.
We'll see.
I may have effed myself, but that's where I'm going to go.
We'll see. I mean, you were polite about it. I mean, that said, Jikai himself, let's see what the book says about him. Let's see if there's a good description of him in here.
It says, I hate hyenas. Don't!
That is his
Weird
history.
Random phobia. He's going to kill me now.
That is his history. That is also his history and his interests. Nope, no physical description. I never get a physical description in any of these L5R adventures.
What they're saying, and it's super racist, but what they're saying is that all these people look alike.
But fortunately, I believe he is featured on the cover of the book.
Oh, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
The
That's his
guy.
purple and teal clothes. He has a
Teal?
top knot. Yeah, purple and teal. That's the color of the Reiju family.
I mean, you say teal, but I don't see teal.
I'm right here.
I would say he is wearing a nice, rich navy blue and a deep peacock blue. It's
Well.
lovely, but it's not purple and teal.
I don't have that book. I looked and then realized that I don't have that book. I don't even know why I looked. I know I don't own that book.
Well, he sits. Oh wait, he doesn't have a chair up there. He just has a raised platform. That's his courtroom. That's what it looks like. It's got a bunch of candles and all sorts of stuff like that. Look at that.
Cool.
That's cool.
I sit wherever he tells me.
Does look cool. Looks nice.
There are big doors on the side of the courtroom facing the garden. They are all closed. You can surmise as to why. He begins court with addressing Otomo Nobu. Nobu-san? Yes, my lord? Where is Sugamasa? Sir, he is not returned from Twin Blessing Village. That's odd. It's not far away. What could be keeping him? I'm not sure, sir. We have not received any word. I hope he is okay. He's taken a large portion of my men. I am pushing the Otomo family's their favor a little too far here. I wish he would return. If he is not back, please send a runner immediately. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was told that there are some supernatural things happening. My daimyo, I'm sorry, my Yojimbo is told that our statues are creatures and that they have been dispatched by some newcomers to our castle. Who are these?
Make that up.
I have not seen these newcomers yet, but I hear that they're in this castle. If possible, I would like you to thank them. If they are of a clan, I will negotiate with them. I was told though that they are Ronin, and if that is the case, Otomo Nobu-san, please set aside 2 bu for each of these noble warriors who help me with this problem. Yes, sir. Very well. Is there any new business? Since Sugamasa has not returned, we cannot sufficiently gauge what is happening with the holdings. Therefore, we must move on to new business. And at this point, anybody can speak up and talk to the daimyo if they wish.
I will stand up then.
All right.
I thank thee graciously, Daimyo, for the 2 boos. I am the Shugenja that first identified that the statues would come to life and attack.
Oh, what is your name, sir?
My name is Rikyu.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Rikyu-san.
The pleasure is mine.
That is a bold choice of a mask you are wearing. A mempo. You're a Shugenja, yet you wear a warrior's mask and helmet.
I do, sir. It is in regards to my past, something that I feel that I have earned.
I understand. You have some new business for me.
My friends and I look at y'all and I try to gauge whether or not you want me to point you out. So I guess as I look across the group, just tell me what you're doing.
So Bashar is mostly trying to be as observant as possible, and he recently decided to be a little more low key around here than before. So Bashar is like gonna give like a small shake of
That's
his
a no.
head.
All right, no from you. Anyone else? Marl, you.
I'll give a nod of my head.
All right.
I will say that Ayumi is, as you pass your eyes over her, she is sitting behind Mia Shinako, like off to her left, eyes straight forward and like head slightly bent downward. Doesn't seem like she's paying visual attention to
Then I
anyone.
will say, I and my compatriots, as I look out, I see my friend Marl. She is talented in the ways of the Shugenja, although I believe she hails from Unicorn Land, so her ways are different than mine. But we were also able to help to cleanse the area today around the well within your kitchen. We found I apologize to inform you of this, a corpse found within the well. The corpse of, and I say her name, I'm sorry, I don't have my notes up. But I say the name of the lady that made the castle. I know who it is. I think it started with an O.
Otomo Nakaho.
That is correct. Otomo Nakaho.
I say that.
Yeah, remember her name because she knocks a hoe.
That's, I don't know if that's helpful or not helpful, but yeah, that.
Punched you.
I see. He looks confused for a second.
For some
Toshio-san.
time, the people, the kitchen staff, have been traveling outside of your walls to gather water from the river, unable to use the well. I believe now the well is cleansed, and they should be able to use it.
Toshio-san, what do you know of this? What's going on here? He says, Sir, the servants, they merely have a slight superstition. They're talking about weirdness happening. I believe it was just the elemental imbalance that Nakaho herself created when she built this castle.
We found her physical remains, as well as her spirit.
Make a...
Courtesy? Did I
Yeah,
screw
make
up?
a courtesy roll.
I feel like I've screwed up. I feel the screw up within me.
No, make a sentiment roll.
Sentiment.
Yeah, make a sentiment roll.
You and your made up skills.
Void, air, or water. And they'll give you different information.
You said void, air, or water. I will choose air.
Okay.
I'm good at it.
The TN is going to be 3.
3? Oof, that's going to be difficult. Do I have any void on me? Let me check my is it the conflict page? Let's see. I have a void. I'm going to spend it. All right, cool. Narrative mode. Back to the thingy. Sentiment. Air. Add a ring. And here we go.
That's a lot of opportunity.
Well, F.
You could probably use the opportunity to make it not seem like you screwed up.
I don't know. I'm going to take the one. Well, I don't know if it even matters to take one success at this point. because you said it's do or fail, right? So there's no point in taking the one success. With the 4 opportunity, can I do anything useful to fake this and not get in too much trouble?
You can fail this roll all day long and not get in trouble. It is sentiment. You're picking up
you're just picking
vibes.
up information.
Yes.
Oh, is that what sentiment is? I had no idea what you were making me roll. I really don't know what sentiment does. Okay, cool.
Sentiment is psychology, emotions, motivations, things like that.
Like, what's this person
then I will
thinking?
take the 3 opportunities and 1 success because I don't like strife. And with the 3 opportunities, because it was a air check, I'm going to look at the air list because I don't know it.
Notice an interesting detail about a character in a scene.
Yeah, I do that. That sounds pretty cool. And then
Okay.
with the
Cost
extra
2.
one, I'm going to remove a strife because strife sucks. Wait. How many? I had 4.
A
I had
strife from
4.
this check.
I removed 2 strife. Oh, it's this check.
Yeah, you didn't get
Well,
any strife
it
from
doesn't
this
matter.
check.
Does not matter then.
You can determine.
I will.
The
I
easiest
will,
way to
though.
accomplish
However,
the
also act
task.
subtly, attract middle attention to whatever I was doing, so that nobody looks
Yeah.
at me weird. Does that help?
So you get this. This is what you. Wait, what did you say?
I do want to get the detail.
Yes.
That only costs 2.
Yes.
There was something about acting subtly and not getting too
Yes.
like nobody notices.
Nobody
how
notices.
Stupid I am.
Yes.
As I fail to
Nobody notices.
I'm super slick.
So
Nobody notices.
you're
you
looking
super.
at Jikai, the daimyo, and what you notice about him is he does not seem mad at Toshiro for any sort of lapse. In fact, it seems like anything he's feeling is being internalized.
Okay. All right. That's mildly interesting. I feel like that's everybody in this game.
Well, what I mean to say is he's not. It's not that he is. He's not blaming Toshiro. He's blaming himself.
Oh, okay. All right. That is different. All right.
Yes. So, it's not that he's corking it all up in a bottle. That is everybody, but he's more likely reversing the blame to himself. As that's what I mean by internalizing.
Okay. No, I get you now.
Okay. Toshiro says, I will make sure that Nakaho Dono is properly interred, sir. This lapse of judgment, this lapse of knowledge is entirely my fault. And Jikai says, no. This...
I would like to add, if it pleases the daimyo, that there are no fish in your well. And yet what the remains that I found were devoid of flesh. The remains must have been placed there. They were not devoured there. Someone has done this to you. It is not a lapse of your keeping. While the character may be slightly inebriated, Howard is on point.
Everybody
This is
just
something
starts...
for Corey to ponder upon.
Everybody kind of looks at each other, and you hear some whispers behind a fan.
I will also name at this point that this is the part that Howard has forgotten. So I describe, because I believe that the inebriated character would also have forgotten, the name of the Edda that came and picked up the corpse and said she would inter it. I describe her in detail as the witness who has the corpse, because that's who we gave it to, and I feel that that is important for them to know.
Rikyu-san, are you saying that one of my staff is sabotaging me?
I do not know. I was not present when the corpse was placed in the well. I am merely aware that the corpse could not have died within the well, as the flesh was removed, and therefore there was nothing there to eat it. Therefore, it had to have been moved into the well after the flesh was gone.
You have an interesting eye.
I am the one who
Riku-san.
retrieved it personally from the well for you.
You have an interesting.
My friends lowered me, but it was I that was in the well.
You have an interesting eye, Rikyu-san.
Thank you.
Do you hunt?
Occasionally, yes.
Oh, I forgot the weird white-haired guy there
Weird
is too.
white-haired guy is
Yeah,
there.
he's
Okay.
there
Oh,
in
okay,
court
cool.
in the back.
The library guy?
Yeah,
Cool,
library
cool.
guy. He's there in the back. He says, "Do you hunt?"
Oh, that's him.
No,
That's totally the wolf
Oh,
dude. Yeah,
okay.
well,
no.
that's my assumption.
Reiju Kai says, "Do you hunt?"
Occasionally, yes.
I am quite fond of falconry. Would you like to join me tomorrow on a falconry expedition?
I would be most honored and interested. I have never tried falconry.
Excellent. It is the least I can do for the services that you are rendering here for me.
You honor me, and I bow deeply. Because, honestly, most people are never trying to honor me. I'm actually a little surprised.
At this point, Shinako will stand up and say, Reiju Dono. Yes, of course. Mia Shinako-san. Reiju Dono. I must ask you about Twin Blessing Village. There was an outpost there, a way station. I'm a bit concerned about it. Did you order it destroyed? And he says, why do you have such concern about such a trivial thing? I'm just trying to retrace some steps. This may be nothing, but I'd like to know about this way station. Well, I did order it shut down. It did seem to be a den of degenerates, and I did not want that to mar the reputation of the Reiju family. I see. Did you order it destroyed or burned? I just wanted it closed, that's all. She nods. Thank you. And she bows. Was it burned? Do you know something I don't, Shinako-san? I'm sure it's nothing, but yes, I did hear that it was burned down. Do you know, she says, and I did hear it was your men who burned it down. Specifically, the two samurai in question are Reiju Rin and Reiju Genzo, two samurai who recently swore fealty to you? Yes. Yes, they have. Do you know where they are now? They're with Sugamasa-san. They are trying to rectify the situation in the village with the taxes. And at that, everyone hears a lot of noise coming down the halls as samurai begin to march in with a man with them that you recognize. Oh, you recognize all of them, by the way.
Yep.
Where is it?
I know those fools.
You know them all. So coming into
Oh.
the room
No.
is Sumasa, the magistrate, Rin and Genzo, and bound Setsuo, the village leader.
I'm gonna immediately say that my character takes at least 2 stripes, being the village elder bound, being dragged in, because she's pissed that they're dragging his ass in and not holding the other 2 accountable that I warned the magistrate about, and she's trying to hold herself back from like lashing out immediately.
Sugamasa-san, what is your report, sir? We went to the village to settle the unrest that was there and reclaim your taxes. But when we came there, they decided to defend the ne'er-do-wells, and they fled into the forest. We are unable to track them down because this man here stopped us. This is Setsuo, the village elder. He is in charge, and he takes responsibility for it, don't you? Yes, I'm very sorry, Reiju Jikai-sama. It is all my fault that you do not have your taxes.
I stand up
Okay.
and I'm like stand up, like I imagine most people are sitting kneeling. I stand up and I just stare directly at Rin and Genzo. And like very obviously, I no longer am wearing my mask because I came to court wearing my face, which they all saw in the village. So I just stand there and stare at them, gritting my teeth, waiting for them to acknowledge me because they just called me a dog who fled into the forest. So I'm like, all right, well, here I am.
No, they said the villagers fled into the forest.
Oh, the villagers. Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
I misunderstood. But I
That the
still get angry and
villagers
stand up.
decided to defend the ne'er-do-wells, the degenerates. They did call you that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then they fled into the forest where they escaped, and Setsuo
Yeah.
stopped them. That's what they said.
I misunderstood the second part because I thought you meant the villagers defended us, the ne'er-do-wells, as we, the ne'er-do-wells, fled into the forest,
Yes.
not they.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, it's not 100% inaccurate either direction.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which my character still gets up and takes offense to it, basically.
Shinako stands up behind you. She says, what do you tend to do, Ayumi?
Bring the truth of the matter to the public.
May I help you instead?
What do you intend? Yes, I'll accept your help.
Reiju Sugamasa-san. Sama. He turns. Mia-san? I was told by his lordship that Rin and Genzo were ordered to shut down a way station. Rin, Genzo-san? If you don't mind, I'd like to address you. Did you burn down the way station? Rin steps forward. Genzo immediately looks down, and Rin steps forward and says, this is none of your concern, Mia-san. Really? I do believe it is 100% my concern, and I demand an answer from you. Did you or did you not burn down the way station? I don't answer to you. Jikai stands up. Actually, I would like to know, did you burn down the way station? She turns to Jikai. Of course I burned down the way station. They were nothing but terrible people there. The gamblers, deviants. They were an embarrassment to you, and I got rid of them for you. That is my job, sir. Shinako pulls out the wakizashi. Do you recognize this Wakasashi, Jin-san? Or Rin-san? I've never seen it in my life. Of course you didn't. You never look before you leap. This is my uncle's Wakasashi, retrieved from the burned-out husk of that way station. He was coming to visit me here, and you murdered him. She's like, I do not... I'm sure there was a misunderstanding. I'm sure that maybe he's alive somewhere. Really? Then you should find him quite quickly. Sugimasa turns to Rin. It looks like there has been another crime committed. And he strokes his beard. Rin goes, This is a lie. This is a lie. Yes, I duel you. I challenge you to a duel.
Fight! I don't say that in character, but I really want to. Like everything I can to hold it back, but thankfully I wear a mask. You can't see.
Ayumi like puffs her chest out like proudly while this whole thing is happening.
I'm just gonna check their status real quick. Okay, I did not write down any status for her. Okay.
Also, I do want to let you know that when Bashar also saw his friend Setsuo, brought in chains, he also took some strife on it. But while the scene was happening, he was also taking some calming breaths to lower his strife.
Status 39.
So you're saying I took strife and I lost strife and I could even
Maybe one.
Take note that nothing happened.
So far, just gained one, took 2 strife, lost 1 strife.
I don't really know the guy that well. I'd like to gulp air for a while and lose all my strife so that I can try to get back to my goal.
And burp a couple times.
She says, very well, with Jikai's permission, I suppose we can have a duel over this.
I turn to her and go, if you need a champion, Miyasama, I'd be more than happy to stand by your side. I'm the one who brought this matter to your attention.
She simply smiles at you and says, that is very kind of you, Ayumi-san. Let us see what our Lord thinks of this situation. She smiles knowingly, like, this is exactly, the help that she was giving you. Jikai scratches his chin. I did order the closing of this way station, but I did not order it burned, nor did I ask for anybody to be killed. This is an Otomo, or this is a Miya, a cousin's to the Otomo, one of the imperial families. Rin-san, you are my loyal subject. Yes, sir. If there is embarrassment here, it would fall upon you to rectify this dishonor. She says, it's all lies, sir. I don't know what she's talking about. If it is her who is dishonoring her uncle, saying that he was in a den of
iniquity.
Yeah, he was in that terrible den. He's like, I see your point. Very well. I will allow this duel to happen. But if there is a liar among you, this is a serious crime. This is the life of an Imperial, of a Miya. I'm reluctant to say, but I believe this requires a duel to the death. Do both parties still affirm their commitment to this duel? Rin's like, yes, of course, your lordship. I am here to serve. Shinako looks at Ayumi like, this is like on
I
you.
go, I have full faith in my conviction. I have no reason to fear. Truth is on my side, and the fortunes will see it so.
Very well.
I stand at that point and I say, I will only lend my word. I only lend my word that I was present when Ayumi found the blade belonging to her uncle. It was found where it was said it was found. And then I will go back to sitting because I want to watch the fight, but I know I'm not allowed to participate.
Yeah,
If I were allowed to participate, some hands of earth would be pulling some people down.
you are
Appreciate, brother.
You're good to make the attempt because testimony is like key, but I'm pretty sure that both of the actual samurai have higher status.
Yeah, no, well, the duel is going to happen either way. I just wanted that little factoid to come out that I, who have already proven myself so far in this court, will say I'm lending whatever weight I've earned at this point to say I know where that was found, and this is true.
That is a good point. Awesome. That is a good point.
But also, if I was allowed to participate, some big old hands of earth would be coming up and grabbing some people and pulling some people down. Because, I don't fight with a sword. Swords are for weirdos they're like, I had a metal stick. I'm like, I have spirits, B.
So Shinako will turn back to Jikai and say, we accept the terms of this duel, but I would like to add something if it pleases your lordship. He says, please speak your mind, Miya-san. These samurai that are here with us today, these new samurai that are here, they have uncovered a ghost in your well, apparently monsters on your roof, and now perhaps there is a murderer among us. Only a duel will tell. If they are shown to be victorious and show you the truth of this matter, I believe you should listen to what they have to say. And she turns to Ayumi and says, is this the help you were... I assume this is the help you were asking for?
I bow very deeply and go, Hi. Arigato gozaimasu. You have done me a great honor.
Jikai says, Of course. They have earned they have earned that much respect, at least. Rikyu-san.
I bow.
I do not doubt your word that you have found this wakizashi.
I was not the one who found it. I was only present as witness when Ayumi found it.
Of course. That does not mean that the Mia was there. If these are villains, as I was led to believe, it could have been stolen. But this duel of honor, will put the matter to rest.
I will not in agreement because that's weird. I am Rokugani, as weird as I am.
Now, I believe that is enough excitement. I will deal with this man, with the headman of the village, on another day. Put him in the holding cells. We have more important business to deal with. Sugamasa bows, says, Genzo, get him in. I'll help you take him to there. Rin, I suppose you should get ready for your duel. Go see Toshiro. He should help you with the cleansing rite. She nods. All right, at that, court is kind of breaking up. It's still like, it's not a formal court anymore. It's more like everybody gets up, you can walk around, you can talk to each other in a more informal way.
I walk over toward Rikyu, and I'm assuming everybody else is probably closing in as well.
Yeah, like the rest of our group will kind of close in, I assume, if Marl does the same.
Does the
Yes.
court Shugenja leave, or is he chilling?
Rin is walking up to the court Shugenja, but you can get to him first if you want.
Oh, I'm next to him, remember?
Of course, that's why I say you can get to him first if you want.
Yeah, I'll walk up to him.
All right, Rikyu-san, you have gained much of our daimyo's favor.
I give him a polite bow. I just want to be sure that I have not offended you in things I may have said earlier prior to court.
Well, I'm sure you're just doing what you think is right. There's no way I could fault you for such actions.
I would like to point out, as I said in court, if anyone brings up that you didn't know about the well, someone definitely planted that corpse there. So it could have been after your last inspection. I don't know how long this has been going on or what exactly has been seen. To be 100% honest with you, I was hoping just to find Saki. Not even a lie at this point.
And I'll say, I can attest to this.
He nods. Make a sentiment roll.
Cool. I'll do that.
Tell me how you're going to gauge this guy.
I'm not the best at knowing what the different stances are, but my point here is honestly that I want this guy to like me because I think he knows more about being a Shugenja than I do.
Right.
So if I'm going to get anyone to teach me anything new, it's probably going to be this MFer. Therefore, I am trying to basically dissuade any doubts he might have about me and my intentions.
Right. Okay.
Charm?
So, well,
I'm good with
it's
that.
sentiment. So I'm gonna let you analyze what he thinks about you with air.
Okay, so air sentiment is what
Yes.
you said, right?
Yes.
And sentiment is under. Is it not a social? Not a scholar, not a trade, not an artisan.
It's a scholar
Scholar.
skills. Sentiment is scholar.
It is a scholar.
Yes.
I just missed it. I'm stupid. All right, cool.
It's fine.
All right, and I apologize. You said air?
Air for analyzing them.
All right, cool.
TN3.
That sucks, but I'll try.
There are exploding dice. That is a thing in this game. Nope.
Not for me. But,
So you're.
I'm
okay,
sorry,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so I got a strife, and I have an opportunity.
You don't have to take. You can take as little as one die if you want.
Oh, so I can just take the opportunities and see if there's anything I could do with it,
Sure.
and I will because air. Can I take one strife off this deal? Notice interesting detail about a character in the scene, preferably him, and that might help me somehow?
Yeah.
That's an airy thing.
Notice an interesting detail about a character in a scene? Sure.
I will add my 1 strife. Dang it, I'm up to half my strife now. I tried so hard to not stress out for 1 game.
We are around stressful people.
I am a
Every
person.
role-playing game would be stressful. Any game. This is the only game that measures your stress. Can you imagine how stressful Dungeons and Dragons is? You're literally in a dungeon with a dragon. Come on.
You gain 10 strife. Oh, you're over your limit? All right, run away like a freaking
I would
chicken.
argue that in Dungeons and Dragons, the moment the dragon flies overhead, gain max strife.
I think Dungeons and Dragons would be improved as an overall game system by introducing a strife insanity mechanic.
So this is what
Like if you go out adventuring,
It would be
too often.
Cthulhu. We'd all be insane, and there would be no end.
Let's
We'd all
not
just die.
forget that you actually make saves on whether you're going to die.
This is what you notice about him. You can't read his like emotional state. You don't know if your butt kissing is working, but
Okay.
you do know this. You're probably right that he knows a little more about Shigenjing than you, because you see things tucked into his obi that are weird, like a little piece of paper, a little like a stick of charcoal, like weird things that you surmise from what you know about being a Shugenja that these are offerings to the kami. But not just any offerings. These are things he can use at a moment's notice to basically make a spell or invocation that he casts that much better.
Oh, neat. I need to get me one of those little Batman utility belts is what I need.
You just need a spell component pouch.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it is. All right,
Yeah.
cool. You know what? He may have indirectly taught me something. I need me a belt, a utility belt.
So he says, this castle has a lot of interesting hidden secrets that we still are trying to figure out. Not everybody knows where all the traps are, what magical defenses it may have. We haven't plumbed the depths of our moat. So it's good that you are here and that you did what you could to help. I am too much in the service of the daimyo, trying to make sure that his health and the health of his wife are tended to.
Of course.
I believe you said before that you met Seppan Ansu?
Yes.
Or I believe that's her name, right?
I have no idea.
It is Seppan...
I'm assuming you know the names better than I do.
Azusa, that's what it is.
Azusa, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Seppan
that's
Asusa.
the name I agreed that I heard.
She has an injury that has given her quite the amount of trouble. And tending to such things it takes a lot of my time. So I am happy to have more help here in the castle.
My good friend Marl, and I will point to her. I think you approached, right? You're here.
Yeah.
Okay. My good friend Marl and I are both accomplished healers. I would have to admit, begrudgingly, she is slightly better than I, but we would be happy to assist.
I can handle the situation. Her wound is permanent, unfortunately. It will never heal properly.
Oh. Have you tried breaking it and resetting it?
I heard that word.
Turn it off and back on is what I've heard.
He says,
Unplug it, count it in, plug it right back in.
it is not just injury to bone. It is a laceration from a duel. These are tendons and muscles that have been permanently severed.
In my head, I'm still
look-
not convinced that this wouldn't work. It just might be a little bloodier than we'd like.
When he says that, I kind of make a frowny face because I know the story, and I'm like, ooh, sensitive subject.
Riku, I'd love to continue this conversation, but I need to speak to Rin about her purification ritual before the duel tomorrow.
Yes, and I need you to help me do the same.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, he'll go see Rin, and Rin seems very excited.
Oh,
I feel like I should be worried.
I'm going to beat her up. Oh!
You're just flexing.
Ume will walk over to you and say, Yumi-san, apparently you are the... you will be dueling Rin as Shinako's champion?
Hi.
I did not know you were a duelist. You do
I
not...
look over at her and go, do you think they'll make me use a sword?
You think they'll make you what? Excuse me?
Use a sword.
I assume it's a ritualistic duel to the death. It should be an Iajitsu duel.
Don't I get to determine what kind of duel it is? Or the time?
She says, this is a duel of honor. It is an Iajitsu duel.
It's a penis waving contest. You're screwed.
You're gonna need to find a sword.
Exactly.
Yaijutsu. Specifically.
Hi. It is a quick draw technique.
You know where I could find a... Well, I don't think anybody would let me buy a katana. Maybe I could buy a boken.
Shinako says, you don't have a katana?
I'll pass you by Wakasashi.
No, you don't want to do that, especially not in the middle of the court.
No.
Slide it over my foot. I don't care. I don't use it. I don't even know what it's for. I think you stick the pointy end into the bad guy. That's what the instructions said. I have no idea. I accused hands of earth and other things.
So,
Since it was
my starting outfit, silly,
Yes.
does not start with any swords.
Yeah.
No wakizashi or katana.
Yeah.
So I'm a bushi.
Right.
I just look around and go, yeah, no, I always kind of just use the yari or my bow. But I guess I could find...
Shinako's like, we need to find you a sword.
Yeah.
That you can fire from a bow.
I mean,
Don't worry, I've trained with one before. I know how to use it. But
we can't have you in a duel to the death with a boken.
no, well, I could. It'd just be rather embarrassing for the man that I do.
That would look badass if you're just like dodging him around, rolling around the floor, firing arrows till he dies and he never lands a hit. I would pay to see that kind of a fight in real life. That'd be amazing. Not that I want to watch people die, because what the heck, but still.
Yes, being so vague as to simply say it's a duel to the death, I would have expected any technique or weapon
No.
would be acceptable.
She's right. It is customary, and
If I was challenged to a duel to the death, I can guarantee I would use my magic.
Every time I've been challenged by a
Me too.
Ronin
You
Every
see
time I've been
Shinako like has her eyes are darting back and forth as she puts a fan up over her face. Like, what have I done? She doesn't have a
I
sword.
go every time a Ronin challenges me to a duel, they usually don't wait.
Ume says, "Yes, duels in the street by the Ronin. I've read about this in my fictional books.
It's best at high noon when you have the most light. And
Duels
everyone's
or-
kind of blinded.
Duels
Or in the middle of a battlefield when I was fighting alongside the border skirmishes in Lionlands. You just fight,
I would have liked to have seen that
ripping people to shreds.
because you clearly won.
Well, yes.
This, unfortunately, Mia
Haven't lost many
Shinako
fights.
says this is unfortunately a court, and the way we solve things here is with the highest forms of art, and that
Rock,
would be
paper,
jitsu,
scissors.
not Jenkin.
Do you think?
Jitsu.
Do you think Reiju Jikai-sama would be offended if I did use a boken? As a symbolic challenge.
I really
I
want
don't
to see
think
it
it's so
happen.
much of an issue of whether anyone would be offended as how efficient it would be.
I have a very important question. Is there a place to bet on duels? Is that a thing in this court?
Lose 3 honor, or do not say that.
It's worth it.
Okay.
Because, I really think that I would say it, and I have been drinking all day in character, so therefore, I really feel that I probably would have. He does try to be honorable, but right now, the idea of just watching a Yumi just roll around with a bow and murder people and win a duel is amazing, and I really want to see it happen.
This is a minor one, not 3 honor, 1 honor. 1 honor. I was
One
wrong.
honor?
1
All
honor.
right, cool. I don't know, whatever stuff's worth. I just think it would be amazing to see. I assume she's not going to
Shinako will look at Ayumi and say, "Is your friend drunk?"
Yes.
I'd say slightly inebriated. He's not nearly as loaded as he usually is.
Ume says, "Did you give him the sake bottle back?" "Oh yeah, I dropped it and she caught it. I
Caught
never
it.
took it away from him."
Totally caught it.
Every
Thank
time
you.
he goes into the cellar.
Do what I
We'll,
got.
we'll make sure
Ume
that
says-
he is.
Don't drink with Jikai. Don't know. He's not big on alcohol. I don't know why. Just
Oh.
don't do it with him.
Yes,
Good to
we
know.
remember hearing that alcohol had been banned in Twin Blessings Village. So, that's not a surprise.
Made it much harder to find. I got a nose for it.
I go. Perhaps I should go and see Otomo Daihachi. Mia Daihachi.
Excuse me?
Reiju Daihachi.
Reiju Daihachi sensei?
Perhaps I should go and speak with Reiju Daihachi sensei. Perhaps he might be able to give me advice.
Maybe he can get you a sword. Wait! You should talk to what's his
What's his face?
the Taisa. You should
Oh,
talk
the
to the
captain.
Taisa to get a sword. That's who
course.
you should talk to.
He's in the barracks.
Ume says,
Could you show me? Could you introduce me?
"Of course, I'll come on over here."
I'm going to follow.
She walks
I'm
with
curious.
really tiny steps, boop, 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 really fast.
Quick, tiny steps!
I don't do that because I would fall down.
She's basically running, but it's only like a 6-inch step.
So you walk over to a guy who has like helmet hair. It's like,
Like he just came in from like guard duty
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
about
yeah.
to go back out. He's like, I'm not gonna waste the time.
Oh. Umi-chan!
Offer.
He says as he waves her over. I heard you won a duel today from I heard it was that gaijin that was talking to us at lunchtime. How bad you school him? And she says, I will talk about it.
Let loose a good old hyena laugh at that. That's amazing.
Bashar is going to grit his teeth.
So apologies, Matt, but yeah, I'm totally laughing at your character in character.
No, I understand. He got schooled. He's not too happy about it, but hey.
She says,
This
well,
is the pent-up laughter from last game.
I have been redoubling on my training. I believe I'm very good at dueling now. I hope so. I just want to do Daihachi Sensei proud. And of course, if there's any time to use these skills in battle, I need to keep them sharp. He says, of course. Still, good stories are good stories.
If I might interject, I would just like to point out that I have seen Bashar in combat. He is quite skilled. Therefore, your win is merely that much more proof of your ability. I honor you. And I also, as I bow, am still laughing at Bashar. I can't stop.
Are you
It's a
unmasking
thing.
He's just
yourself?
looking off
Is that
to the
what's
side,
happening
not
here?
wanting
No,
to make
it's not
eye
a
contact
full-
with anyone.
It is not a full unmasking. I don't expect all my strife to be relieved, but there's a chuckle, like an underlying chuckle, that I'm not going to be able to repress.
So, yeah, she says, well, thank you, Rikyu-san. I'm sure Bashar will catch up to me soon.
If he didn't use those weird curved swords, perhaps he could fight better.
Perhaps it is his choice of weaponry. If I fought him on his terms, I'm sure things would be different.
Curved
But
swords.
but
He's actually quite vicious in battle.
as Akoto
Not
once
enough.
said, that knowing your enemy and the terrain, setting the stage, he was fighting on my terms. I was not fighting on his. And that, I believe, is lessons from the art of war.
I believe his terms are to fight with curved swords while in a pile of sand. I'm not entirely sure.
Speaking of swords,
Nothing but love,
Marasaru-san,
Matt. Nothing but love, Matt.
I know. Like Bashar is just like kind of seething a little bit, or he's kind of fuming. He's like he's
said his
keeping
name.
his
What was
mouth
his name
shut.
again?
He's like, I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not gonna say any more.
Marasaru-san, we were wondering if you had a katana for that I could use. Oh, what happened to your katana? I just would like a katana. That's all. If you could get me a katana, that would be very helpful. When do you need it? By tomorrow morning, if you could just leave it at the dojo for me. He looks over at Ayumi.
I smile. I look very pretty, at least.
Are you wearing a mask or
your
you're not?
makeup
You're,
roll?
you've
No,
got
no, I
your
look.
face-
I look. No, I'm
maskless.
wearing a very formal attire. Very well done. I look cleaned up.
Nice hair and makeup, yeah.
Yeah. I also have a 64, 65 glory.
Yes.
Pretty like
He-
banging.
He looks over at you. He looks back at Ume. Ume, what are you getting yourself into? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you going to give me this sword or not? Of course I'm going to give you this sword. But Whatever's going to happen is on you. I'm not going to take the blame for any of this. I don't know what you're talking about, Masaru-san. Thank you for your help.
I offer him a very, very polite bow.
Yeah, he goes. He bows back. What is your name?
Ayumi.
Ayumi. You ever been in a duel?
Yes.
A Ninjutsu duel?
Yes.
Very well. Well, I wish you all the luck. I will be there, of course. Rin is one of my fiercest samurai. She is usually the one I send to get things done. It will be quite painful if I were to lose her. So you would forgive me in offering a prayer to her instead of you.
I would not hold it against you.
Thank you.
It is
Hopefully in the future we
understandable.
can perhaps come to an agreement. Maybe if you need assistance in getting something done, you can find somebody a bit more reliable.
You might need to, because I think this is a duel to the death.
I'm willing to offer my services, should I survive.
I only know that Ayumi's in the right, so the way the duels work, Ayumi should win.
My men are quite capable. You should not underestimate them. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. He bows.
I appreciate your time, Marusaru.
Ayumi, I heard that Rin could be defeated by no man.
Good thing I'm no man then.
Yeah.
That is the only time I have gotten Ayumi to go with me on a joke.
Ah. I
I
mean,
drink in celebration.
no man is a perfectly, like, it fits the syllable lettering for Rokugani name. There could be a person called No Man.
No man.
I am no man. You look like a man. I am no man.
That's given me good Odyssey vibes there. All right. There's more court happening. There are people talking, doing things. Bashar, what are you doing? Well, Bashar's gone.
Gone again. Oh, there he
Bashar,
is.
what are you doing in court? Where are you going? Who are you talking to?
Well, the main mission was to kind of see how court proceeds inside of Rokugani land, see how different it is compared to, his home. But he's just basically kind of scoping things out. He doesn't want to make himself more. What's the right word? He doesn't want to make himself too noticeable.
You want to be unobtrusive?
Right now unobtrusive because he's been kind of humbled recently, and it's just but he also knows that if he does anything or make any or does or say anything, something might happen to his buddy Setsuo, so he is just going to keep an eye and ear out for whatever might be favorable. And if something happens to Ayumi in the duel, he will probably step in to try to help her, but he's still trying to get a feel for how the culture works.
Well, Setsu is gone. He was taken away by Sugamasa and Genzo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to make sure he's okay, you might want to go that way.
Yeah, we can go
they did
visit
say
him.
take him
He's-
to the dungeon.
He's being held.
The
Or the
holding
holding
cells.
cells.
Mm-hmm. All right, sure. So I'll have Bashar kind of try to see if he can stop by the holding cells to see how
Sure.
how well Setsuo is being treated.
Of course. You go on down there. I'll reveal the area. This is the last, not the last part of this castle, but what's going on? I said reveal, please.
Yeah.
There
You
we
just
go.
ended up with more covered up.
All right. So basically, down in this area is the armory, and then there's a room that goes down through some stairs and down into this this holding cell area. You see, this is the holding cells down here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the cells here have they're basically filled with like grain or whatever, like just supplies
Yeah,
and
they
such.
told us it was mostly storage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you see Genzo is like pulling out sacks of rice from one of the cells to, well, Sugamasa keeps Setsuo under observation as you come on down.
Mm-hmm.
Sugamasa immediately turns towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What are you doing down here?
I just want to see if the man here is being treated all right. If he's not being kicked around too much.
Why would you think we're not treating him right?
Random insult. Good job.
What?
You randomly insulted them. Good job. I just want to see if you could do your job right, you losers. What?
I've once had a drink with the man, and I see him favorably. I am sorry to see him imprisoned at this point in time.
Be sure that we will treat this man fairly. He will be getting the daimyo's justice. That said, don't think I don't recognize you. You were one of the 4 people who were threatening me back in the village.
I haven't said anything to you.
Yes.
By association.
The army behind a general is not... those are all the innocents, correct? So, I'll ask you bluntly, what are you doing here?
Simply just to see this gentleman's condition and and to understand like a little more of his crimes. What has he done against you to warrant imprisonment?
That wasn't my meaning, but we'll go there anyways. Setsuo-san was stopping the arrests of people who were aiding and abetting you and your friends. So, if anybody is the cause of Setsuo's downfall, it would be you now, wouldn't it? Would you like to take his place? I'd be more than happy to put you in there. Setsuo says, no. He did not... I am the one... I take responsibility for my village.
All right, I'm trying to feel out for this situation here. Like I'm almost slightly tempted to do what Howard is trying to suggest in the chat because I know it's not a good idea.
I'll allow you to make a culture roll on such a thing.
But it would be amazing if you did.
You can ask me some questions, and you can make some rolls to get some answers. As a gaijin, you may not know them automatically. So
I believe technically you could murder everyone in Rokugan if you honor dueled them to the death one at a time.
that's not the rules actually.
Like I'm trying to remember because with the duel against Ume, like I chose one option that was not favorable to me, but what was the other duel that I probably could have overtaken
So
her in?
it was either duel to first blood or duel until one of you was incapacitated.
Duel
And
till you stab him in the dick.
I probably could have done incapacitated.
Yes.
So right now, so I'm kind of between recall or theorize, essentially, and I probably might have to try to theorize what, what my position is at the moment, what I
Okay.
can do.
You can make this is going to be a culture roll. It's just against the. So I'm going to say it's going to be. This is about dueling and that sort of thing, law, that sort of stuff. Actually, law would be government.
Yeah.
Oh, government. Okay, I at
Yeah.
least have something in government. It's culture, so that works a little more favorably there for
Culture
me.
will tell you about the etiquette about what's going on. Government will tell you about the hard laws that are happening. Oh, it was the
Okay.
government.
Oh, and what was the TN?
It's going to be 2.
2? Okay, then I will accept the explosive and the success.
All right.
And I will also keep the opportunity as well. Let
Sure,
me
you
mark
get to keep
down
3.
my strife and re-roll that explosive.
Explode the exploder.
I won't keep that one.
Okay. So this is what you get. You cannot duel anybody with higher status with you. It's a dubious proposition. If they have a higher status, they can simply say, "No, I am right and you are wrong." And at that point, you just have to take it. That said, he is offering to set Setsuo free.
In exchange for my freedom.
But if you want to clear the name of the villagers, it would not behoove you to be in prison since you have a higher status than Setsuo. So your word travels more than his word. Therefore, if you are going to help anyone, you're going to have to do it.
I have to be free.
Yes,
Yeah.
you'll have to be
All
free to do it.
Okay. So, all right, I'll go ahead and head back
Opportunity.
into-
You got an opportunity?
Yes, I had an opportunity. What does that inform me, or provide to me?
I was asking you, what are you using your
Yes.
opportunity for?
Oh, okay. How am I gonna spend it?
I mean, you could just get rid of that
Alright,
strife you
let me
got,
see.
or you
Okay,
could,
sure.
or you
might
could
as
give
well.
the magistrate 2 strife.
You know what? Like considering how he kept on trying to implicate me by through association, like I might as well give him 2 strife for his troubles.
Okay.
And I'll give a slight nod to Setsuo, trying to kind of give him the message that, hey, I'm looking out for you.
So you basically say you say something akin to, well, if I'm going to help Setsuo, I should do it from the outside, not from the inside, and that makes him snort a bit. He says, "Well, be sure to know that eventually we will make sure that that village is run to the daimyo's orders. And now that we have this headman, perhaps we can bring a little order to the situation."
So Bashar will nod and let's just pretend that what I did with Setsuo didn't happen until this point. I nod Bashar nods to Setsuo, saying, "Don't worry, I'll help you out of this situation." Like not saying it out loud, but he's implying it with the nod, and takes his leave.
Okay. Marl, what are you doing in court? Anything special you're up to? There are some.
No.
There are some other people you have not talked to, including
pole dancing.
a woman in Otomo garb. I believe
It's
that's
like the
only
exact
person
opposite of
you
her
have not
character, so
met.
I'm for it.
They've talked to, of course, the Taisa, the captain. You've met the poet. The magistrate's no longer there. Jinzaburo, the Yojimbo, is with Jikai, Ume, the steward Otomo Nobu you have not met, and he is there. The Shugenja has left with Rin.
It's probably best if I don't talk to this strange white-haired man that we think might be a wolf shape changer. Since we decided to talk about that later.
You should talk to him about cool things like hunting at night under a full moon and just like try and get him going, see what happens.
I know, that's
Do
kind
it.
of what I was thinking.
Or like whistle at a really high
so-
pitch that only wolves could hear, and then see if he reacts.
I don't know if I can whistle a pitch that only like canines and lupines could hear because I can't hear it when I'm doing it.
Well, just because you have loser lips doesn't mean Crystal does.
Oh, I am slighted.
Duel!
Wolf to the death!
No, damn it! I fool,
And the last one alive has bad breath.
I have it either way, so I don't know. I know this now that I have to wear a mask all the time. I was like, oh my god, what is this?
What did I do to myself?
So-
Why?
I knew that garlic was
Tempted as
bad.
I am, I think I'll hold back for now on that.
Okay. Anybody else?
Probably
Who else is
just
here?
get ready for the duel.
So-
And it's happening like almost immediately, right?
Otomo Nobu is
No, in the morning.
Is
Oh,
the
in the
castle
morning.
steward, the major domo. Then there is Reiju Toshio, the Shugenja left with Rin. So you could follow them and see what they're doing.
I really want Rin just once to go, Ginzo, you idiot! But
Basically, yeah. Reiju
can see that
Jinzaburo
dynamic.
is the Yojimbo. He's next to the daimyo, Jikai, who is still here. Sugamasa, the magistrate, went with Genzo to the holding cell. Reiju Masaru is the captain of the guard, and he is here. There is an Otomo woman that you have never met before, and she is here as well. And then there is Shinako, Mia Shinako, the poet, that you have already talked to. But you can talk to her again if you have anything to say.
I have one thing to do during the night before the duel. I would like to go down to holding and speak to him, the prisoner.
All right. I just want to see what Crystal's doing first, if Marl's doing anything special.
Okay, well, I'll
Okay,
show.
you said Reiju Nobu is the major domo.
That's correct.
So, what kind of position is that?
He's basically Jafar from Aladdin.
So he's like second
Or
in
that-
command or something.
Exactamundo.
That weird bird from Lion King, who was actually called the
Oh,
Meteor.
Zazu.
Yeah.
What if you
just-
replaced Iago with Zazu in the movie?
No, replace Zazu with Jafar. I think that's what we're going for here.
So, yeah, Otomo Nobu is, I mean, they call him the steward, but, like, there's a lot of words that are the same thing. Major domo, seneschal, whatever. I'm not sure what the Japanese word for
Yeah.
that
Fire
position-
ant, spicy boy, it's all the same.
Spicy boy.
Okay, well,
Where is his character sheet? Ah, here it is.
His real name is Mike Pence.
So this is what he looks like. he wears that hat with the pin in it.
Yeah,
there
I
it
was
is.
gonna say this is the dude, right?
Yeah, that's the dude. That's the dude
obviously.
right there. Look
I
at
missed the
him.
ping. Did
He's
you ping him?
important. He has a thing in his
This one?
hat.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
There
I
he
think so,
is.
right? That's the one. We're talking about this guy, right?
That's what we're
Oh
talking.
my gosh, those ping
Hot.
circles are so jerky.
It just reminds me every time I see the little circles go. It reminds me of old school worms when it used to like blow through the.
So you walk up to Tomonobu
Yes.
and he says, "Oh, hello, young lady.
Hello, sir.
Welcome to Closed Shell Castle. I apologize that I haven't talked to you before, but the matters of the castle are far and many, especially in this place."
Yes, I'm sure you must be very busy. But a man of your stature must be well informed about many things.
Well, I do my best to keep on top of things here in the castle, though I would be careful with that flattery, young lady.
Oh, of course. You know, it has recently come to my attention that there is something more than just ill soil or an imbalance in the kami in that water flower garden.
Oh, you are a gardener. I did not know. You do not give off the air of somebody that has a green thumb.
Well-
It's very surprising. Do you have a personal garden of your own?
I actually come from a family of farmers.
You come from would you like to make a culture roll before you say that?
Sure.
Bitch, I'm a rancher. I have sheep.
Culture.
So, yeah, it's going to be a TN1 culture check.
I'm a
Anything specific?
florist. I grow flowers.
You can do
It's
recall.
florist.
Sure.
Yeah, I think recall is the best one here for Earth. Yeah. Well, you made the TN.
One.
It was 1.
So, saying I'm a farmer isn't good, but saying that I'm a gardener is, I guess.
Farmers are peasants.
That's important.
You... that means no court for you as a peasant. You're in the wrong place in the wrong station. You are a Ronin that is part of the samurai caste. Especially like if you say you come from a family of farmers, but you're a Shugenja and had the talent, that might be a good story to put together. But yeah,
I mean, that's what I am.
yeah, it would be best to say something more like, my family has been known to grow things. Something like
We're
that.
familiar with gardening.
All right.
We've seen the peasants do the thing.
Yes. My family is well familiar with growing things. And upon visiting the garden, I have found that it seems to have been seeded with salt.
Salt.
Yes. And if you aren't familiar,
What
it
happened?
is
Yes, please.
a sure way to prevent anything from growing.
Perhaps the kami are bringing salt to the garden?
Oh, I think it's far more likely that a person has done this on purpose.
A person salting our garden. How can you be so sure of that?
Well, in general, the kami wouldn't bring so much of anything to a place. So it's far more likely that...
Forgive me. I don't understand where you're coming from on this.
Oh, well, I was just wondering if you knew of anybody who might have a reason to destroy the garden.
No, I mean, how do you know these things?
Well, my family gardened a lot.
No, I mean when you
but
speak
also-
of the kami.
Forgive me. I have a talent with communicating with the spirits. Shugenja.
You're a Shugenja.
Yes.
I apologize. I did not understand whom I was speaking with. Like I said, I have been busy and I have not the time to meet you. You are a Shugenja. Your
Yes.
name is...
Marl.
Marl, yes. I am a Tobonobu. I'm sure you already knew that, but I would like to introduce myself anyways. I am the castle steward, and I am at your service. That said, somebody's seeding our garden with salt is very troubling. I'm not sure to what end that would give us.
Yes, me neither.
Especially...
I'm just trying to find out what anyone could have hoped to gain from it, or who might have done it. It seems...
Well, we have someone throwing
Strange.
a body into the well. Could that be related somehow?
I don't know. Perhaps. Yes, they both are situations that cause chaos and harm to the castle in general. So perhaps.
Right. So, I guess...
Though I must say, I do believe that the gardener is not at fault. We've seen that there has been much cultivation and weeding still going on.
I see. Well, that was going to be my first suggestion, is to go see the gardener. I was going to do that immediately. But if it's not the gardener, I'm not sure how to find that right person who might be doing this. Would they have just done it once and be done with it? Or is this how...
I can't say for sure, although one good large dump of salt would have been plenty.
What is one good... That is a very large garden beyond this door here.
It is.
One large dump of salt.
It
Could one person bring that much salt?
I don't know. I would have to think about that.
Do you
But
think it is
yes, it is a large garden for one person to do that to. Though I was thinking, on the off chance that somebody is still actively trying to sabotage the garden, perhaps it would be wise to keep an eye on it overnight.
I see. I will do exactly that as you instruct. Yes, I will set somebody to watch the garden, and we will find this culprit and bring them to justice.
I suppose that's all that can be done at this point.
Thank you, young Morrow. That was... thank you for bringing all this to my attention. I will make sure it is taken care of.
It is my duty as someone who knows what is going on to bring it to your attention.
Okay. I think I'm going to stop the game here.
But Tarek's bio break. If you stop it, he doesn't really get a break.
We'll
It's
pick
more
this
like
up
an
next week.
extended vacation at this point.
At least the good news is that I won't have to duel until next game.
Yes. Yes. You don't have to duel today. And you got a sword.
Yeah, and I'll get a sword.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, well, you did like this video. You watched it all the way through, so hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Hey, this week I got a new video on how to play L5R dropping. It's all about movement, and it's 20 minutes long. 20 minutes.
That seems long.
About moving. Yeah, it seems long. It seems long. Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But it's also, knowing Corey, super funny. He's like throwing like a half a dozen jokes in there to make it liven up and make you want to learn all about the movement in this game, which I might have to watch because I have no idea how to move. Every time we're in combat, I'm like, how's my character do a thing?
He will even describe combat to the twitch of every muscle fiber and still make it entertaining.
I hope so. Jeez, that's a lot to
I
live
hope
up
that's
to.
true. I like Corey. I don't know. I'm not giving him that much credit.
So, we're end it like we always end it next time on Cyber Samurai Saturday.
Bye-bye.
No. No, guys.
No, it's too late now. We all say goodbye.
What's gonna happen?
The wave
bye.
Matt
happened.
started it. We're done. Screw the thing that we normally do. Matt said goodbye. We're done.